Welcome to A Word of Hope. I'm Brother Edward, coming to you from St. Vincent Ferrer Priory in River Forest, Illinois. Today is Thursday, December the 19th, in the third week of Advent. Yesterday we heard the story of the visitation, if you will, of Joseph and his consent to participate in the incarnational mystery. Today we get two stories. In the first text from the Old Testament, we hear the story of the conception of Samson. And in the New Testament, we hear the story of the conception of John the Baptist. Both of these stories have a parallel because both stories are about the conception of a child in old age when people considered the recipients as barren. But through the power of God, we see this happening. What is interesting, though, the story of Joseph is contrasted with that of Elizabeth and Zachary, in particular Zachary, because where Joseph follows the command of God, as we saw yesterday, today Zachary doubts God. And as a result, Gabriel, if you will, silences him. And by that silence, it gives Zachary an opportunity to do, if you will, an internal examination of his faith, possibly because he is part of the priestly class and he is in that day offering incense in the temple. Maybe his faith has become too routine or too ritualized and hasn't gone deeper into his heart where he is questioning this message from God. So he leaves the temple precinct in a context of silence. Again, I draw from that and from his story and his example that in doubt in our own faith journey, a safe place to go is silence. It's there we can meditate upon the Word of God that gives us strength and encouragement to fulfill what is being asked of us. So in this story today of Zachary and Elizabeth, Zachary is in doubt, but it will be confirmed in the fact that their son will be called John, and he will have a particular mission in the plan of salvation of preparing the way for Jesus in his public ministry, which will come later in the liturgical cycle. But today, the message is for us to deal with our doubts in an honest way. It's not a sin to have a doubt, but it's how we deal with our doubt. And if we turn to God in prayer and contemplation, many of those doubts will dissipate, just simply disappear, because we will experience a type of illumination which will make sense of the absurd in our life.